Hi there, welcome to Story Time with Uncle Bill. It's the 50 year, road to six-pack abs. We're going to be doing some biceps today. Doing a little warm up right now with some shoulder rolls, forward and backwards. For any workout, make sure you consult your physician or doctor that you're able to work out. It could be more harmful than helpful. Lord knows we don't want that. That you ate, fully hydrated, that you've warmed up, came here with a positive attitude, maybe ready to hear a story and work out yourself. We're gonna go back to when I was 15 years old. Might not be like a normal people. A lot of y'all. I was very adventuresome, very spontaneous, very impulsive, down for whatever. If my friends wanted to do it, probably I did too. If I wanted to do it, Tom Sawyer. So, and it led to a lot of things. My mama worked at a bar, so she would go in 5, 6 o'clock. After my brother and sister went to sleep, I'm out in the neighborhood for my mom to get home. Sometimes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock. I stay out way. So, and there was a group of people that was like that. There always is, you know what I mean? The after dark crowd. And those where a lot of interesting things have happened. A lot of people don't ever talk about them, but I think it's important to talk about that stuff so you can get the inside of a person, maybe that you think is like a regular, normal guy like myself, the things I used to do. And so maybe if you've got a young man in your life and not understanding why you can't figure out what's going on or blah, 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 it's easy to seem normal. And then with your friends, just do crazy things that people wouldn't think you would do or expect you to do. I'm actually stretching. I'm not leaning on these poles. To have fun, to be cool. You know what I mean? So we're going to do biceps today. You want to always do the heaviest exercise that you can. And to me, that's going to be the easy curl bar. So I started smoking cigarettes, 9, 10, weed right about just a little bit after that. Drinking beer just a little bit after that. By the time I was 12, I had done all those multiple times with grown-ups and stuff. Just warm up. I got it as wide as I could get. For the straight bar, it's an easy curl bar. You can see the curls in it. Each one is designed to target a different muscle group. The straight just totally blasts the bicep though. It imitates having a straight bar. And the straight bar, you got to be, if you don't know, is the way that the wrist is designed in your forearm, it's not really designed for that. So it puts a lot of tension on there. But because of that, it also targets the bicep more. So always go light and work your way up. If you feel your wrists are starting to hurt and you're doing the bar, that's what it is. Normally doing any kind of curl work won't affect your wrist like that if you're doing things the right way. We go on late night fishing trips. We just take random trips to the big cities. We lived in Jacksonville, North Carolina, so we would drive to Wilmington, we drive to Raleigh, we drive to Charlotte, Morehead City. We drive all the way out to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, which is less than it's less than 3 hours away. All hot spots, you know. And that didn't happen until we were 16. But we had other, for us, for driving, But we had other friends that were older, and we just always tagged along with them until we was able to do it ourselves. Gave us confidence to drive it, and a lot of the times I drove without a driver's license because I could drive, and most people didn't want to. They wanted to party, sightsee, make out in the back seat. You know what I mean? Do whatever they did. Everybody's drunk except me because alcohol has never been my thing. I probably out drink. I'll take on anybody, but I don't like it. Like me, we just ain't gonna casually sit around and have one beer. That ain't never gonna happen. We're not gonna casually sit around and have one shot. If I'm gonna drink, I need that buzz. Now I know 4, 5, 6 shots, and I'll do it in rapid succession. And well, that ain't about that. So around, or we just go to random houses and have bonfires. Cow tipping. We go pick mushrooms in that same. And if you don't know, the hallucinogenic mushrooms come from black Angus cows fed by grain. You lift over the cow patty. There's mushrooms underneath there. You pick them. You dehydrate them, and you trip. That's what we used to do. I'm not glorifying this stuff. I'm trying to give you a mindset of how me and my friends are, and I'm still friends with most of them. The ones that I haven't passed away. Still good friends, long time, 30, 40 years old friends. We're not even going to change the weight on this. We're going to go to the first bar on the curl. When you're coming up, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Nothing moves, none of this stuff. When we were 15, I first fell in love, and she was everything to me. And didn't have no experience in anything other than watching everybody else do it and what I had seen on porn. Ended up going out with her 2.5 years and never had sex. Did everything else but never had sex. Nobody would believe that, neither. Especially if you heard all the moaning coming out of the room. We used to drive around here. It's illegal now, but they used to have these places called jack joints, happy ending spots. And if you never heard of it, just is a happy parlor. They go in there, you pay them some money, and they give you a hand job. We ended up knowing a bunch of girls that were our friends that just went into that business because it was lucrative. Now we're going to go to the next one, which is in really like that bicep. It's a lot harder, so you might always have to drop the weight if you're going up or down. But you had to be 18 to go in there. But at 15, we didn't care about nothing. We was trying everything. These little perverts, man. We go over somebody's house, start smoking reefer, and hey, let's go do this. Might go to the beach, might go in the woods and like have a fire, cook some hot dogs, just spontaneous. Jump on a boat, don't have any fishing license, don't have any life preservers, don't have the boat ain't registered, gone with it. Yeah, you can't do none of that stuff no more. We went to all of them. Say there was like 10 of them in Jacksonville. We went to all of them. It was the last 2. We got kicked out of all of them. I should say we went to all of them. but it made me learn something. And the first thing I learned, I learned how women make money faster before I ever learned how to be a man. A woman of the night. The because drugs is, I mean, this is part of the reason why I'm saying this. This is about addiction, and addiction is really controlled by people, places, and things, lifestyle. And this is about who's hanging around with and doing drugs and wanting to do crazy things. Because that's crazy. You get in trouble. It's just a bunch of most people don't do it. We was really happy to do. We didn't. Nobody cared. We got kicked out. We was telling people we went there, and that was just enough. We didn't ever expect anything. So he's going down 258, the road we live on. It's trailers, always trailers. With one house, always trailers. Way off in the cut. But black girl answered the thing. She had on canary yellow bra and panties. She sound like Beavis and Butthead. And I don't do a good impression of it, but I like Beavis and Butthead. But that was, she was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I thought we was in right there. It gave us confidence to go, but there was only one more left. It's called Private Pleasures on 258, the Moore Shop. Just off the cut, old building. You wouldn't know what it was looking at it from the outside. So me, David Lee, and Pat Stitt pulled up, got out, and we always had a story. Always had a story. It's always good to have a story, you know what I mean? And the story was we was going for Joe Capaldi was turning 18 years old. We're gonna do the outside grip, and we're gonna do some forearms right quick. It's just the same thing, just a reverse. Hits the forearm really well. Joe was turning 18 and was a virgin. None of it was true, of course. And we wanted him, to have a good time. What kind of deals that they got? So we walked through the door. And this is a building. It's not a house or a trailer. It's a building. So when we walked in, you see to the far left, it goes into a hallway. This wall goes into a hallway. You can see the door. The first thing you see is the counter area, and it's a blocked off area. You can tell you can't go in through it, can't go in it except through that door. And there's a chair, a love seat, and a chair. So nobody was at the counter. We walked up in there, and there was a wall right here and a little ledge. It's gonna get graphic, man. I mean, it just is what it is, but it happens. So, long time ago, 15 years old, 45, 30 years. It's been 30 years. We're sitting there looking at all the prices, and it kept saying complimentary tipping everywhere. One girl, 1 hour, $40 complimentary tipping. 2 girls, 1 hour, $75 complimentary tipping. That means money for the house, money for the girl. If you don't. So she was pretty, man. Black girl. Straight black hair, all kind of body. All you want. All with the small waist, all you want. Up top and bottom, all you want. Real dark. Had on a sky blue bra and panties and some high heels. Come around the corner, and it was probably about 20-foot walk. It was a good little hallway right there, but it wasn't even a hallway. It was a wide open space. What are we doing for him? She was bad. How you guys doing tonight? You see her measuring us. My uncle sold crack, so I've been around a lot of people that did crack, so I've seen a lot of weird things. Plenty. Things I couldn't say on here. I'd have to, just couldn't say it. How you guys doing tonight? Oh, and the other part of the story was we were all UNC students. Like on some, we said like on some damn fall break or something, but it wasn't no break going on and nobody's anything. School was wide open. Probably why she played with us. Knew we was lying. My name is Jody. My name is Jody, and I'm hoping to be your chocolate fantasy. What you guys got in mind tonight? That's how you start a conversation, first off. We all looking at each other. She goes, "You guys are 18, right?" Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Well, what you got going on? Yeah, well, we told her the story about Joe Capaldi. We're gonna do some bicep curls. I should be able to see the palm of my hand. You shall be able to see the back of it. Keep the elbows in close. When you're coming up, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Okay, well, look. And then she went through the spiel. We got one girl for $40. We can get you two girls for $75, and so on. And complimentary tipping after everything. Everything. Every other word. Complimentary tipping. Oh, yeah. She on fire now. Ooh. When she got done her spiel, man, we didn't know what the hell to do. We just looked at each. We were just looking at her. You know what I mean? Because it was worth looking at. And not thinking anything, not thinking nothing. Just happy to be there. Matter of fact, as far as we're concerned, we already scored. We went into the place and got to talk to a pretty black girl. Beat that. A woman. I'm talking about a stacked woman. All right, well, look, man, you have a good night, and his birthday's coming up, so. Well, what you guys doing tonight? Oh, nothing. We on a. I think we said was like we get ready for exams or something. Maybe we didn't say either we was on break or getting ready for exams. It was one or the other. And which one it wasn't the right one. And then didn't even realize that till later. We were in high school. Who the hell knew what the hell was going on in Wilmington? But look, man, it's dead tonight. It's like a Tuesday. It's dead tonight. Why don't you guys hang out for a while? You don't mind hanging out for a while? Oh, hell no. So Dave and Pat sit on the love seat, and I go sit on the side in the chair. And we just start having like a casual conversation. she was cool people. She kicked it with us. She said, "Hey, wait a minute, I'm gonna be back. Let me go in the back for a minute." So when she cleared the corner, we could all see into that little lobby area back there behind the partition, the window. Damn, dog, she's cool as hell. Yeah, man, she cool people, man. You think you can get her to show us her boobies? That was always my thing. And that was because my uncle, he would get all the girls that came over there. If I was there, like, he wouldn't even ask me. He just like, hey, man, my uncle, or my nephew, he likes to look at boobies, man. Nothing sexual or anything. He just wants to see them. Show them right quick. You show them to everybody else. And hundreds, thousands, I don't know, a lot. I mean, you talking him, I mean, he passed away now, but I mean, you talking about a bunch of different states. We used to work out of state together, and he would always find, man, he could, I don't give it where we went, Pennsylvania down to Texas, but wherever we went, he could find the dope. And when you find the dope, you find the girls. Somehow they be at the motel with us. Straight. I never did anything, but that's what it was. So I know what it is, you know, and we were happy. We were high. We chilling. We had probably been there 30 or 40 minutes. That's a long time now. You know, somebody you don't know. And we had talked a little bit about ourselves, and we had gave our names up. Normally we would come up with some fake names, but we gave our names up. So we can do some hammer curls. You coming up, breathe through your nose, out through your mouth, just like you had a hammer. Make the back of the dumbbell hit your shoulder lightly. Bring it straight down. Keep your elbow in close. You should see the bottom of that dumbbell. We weren't even paying attention. She came out that little door on the side, the only way out. Came out confident. and when she said her name was Jody, it never, like, I you know, I don't expect you to say your real name or whatnot, but Jody's like a term used, you know, like a name for if, you know, you're in prison or you're in the military or something. Like Jody's the dude. That's what causes so many fights and now murders and stuff. Cause cheating, that was like a name. I don't know exactly why they came up with the name Jody, but Jody was a name, and she used the name Jody. I always thought it was weird because she's so pretty. And it's like, damn, your mom and dad named you Jody. And her name might even be Jody. You know, I kind of hope not. You know what I mean? You ever meet somebody and like, damn, you don't look like that. She come out, folks, and I call it a horse crop. You know that like piece of wood with the little strap at the end. You know, like giddy up, horsey. She had one of them little sex tool thingy. You know, we in a sex shop, parlor, or whatever. Oh my God, David Lee's 16. That's how we got there. He was old enough to drive. He's first on the list. She walked straight up to him. Now, what I see is this of her. I've got the side view. I've got the bed. I've got the view of the house because I can see her curves. She's stacked, top to bottom. Really nice to look at. She goes up. So what I see is my man Dave and Pat. This is the profile I see of them sitting down, and this is the profile I see of her. And she's you know, she's standing right in front of Dave, And she said, "You been a good boy today." Only thing I didn't see is eye contact between each other. And they said, "Yeah, I've been good." And she took that whip and she hit him right on the thigh. Whoosh, whoosh. He said, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, look, ooh, look, ooh, 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 look, I'm getting hard. Okay. I'm getting hard. Look, ooh, 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 look, look." Everybody's talking to us. He's looking. He's looking. That's when we knew David Lee was a freak. Oh Lord. He was laughing. And see, she just walks up to Pat. Pat's tall, man. Pat's like 15 years old. He's like 6'5". Tall as hell. Oriental guy. Filipino. We do crosses. And she walked up to Pat. Pat's legs sticking all the way off that damn love seat, like a big grasshopper. And Pat got a YouTube channel called Grounds for Life. I got about 20 landscaping videos on there with him. Go get him, check him out. Give him a sub. Tell him Uncle Bill sent you. Good dude. She went up to him and said, "You been a good boy today." And she beating that hand up to his thing. He said, "If you gonna hit me like that, I have it." And she said, "Wrong." Oh, oh, oh. He tried to get inside himself. I'm over there crying, laughing. And she walked up to me and just hit me. You. And I went to cover my leg, and so I had a hat on. I was having a bad hair day, and I had stuff. We were around Georgetown area. It's kind of like the hood around where we're from. And see my man Marcus Duncan, Geechee Corleone. He's also on local rapper Georgetown Records. Got all kind of songs out. Check him out. He let me borrow a hat. He let me borrow a Syracuse hat. Told me to make sure he brings it back. He liked that hat. It was like one of the. He always had stuff that you just couldn't find around here. You know what I mean? And all that stuff he raps about, all legit. That's all. He that's not made up. he got backing on that. That's all real. Everything he talks about is all real. Good dude. What was he doing? So I got this. She took the hat. Now, mind you, I had told her I had a girlfriend. I was in love. We had been going together for a while. And she had asked me if I would ever cheat on her. I said, hell, I would never cheat on my girlfriend. Crazy. Man, I wouldn't. She goes back behind the counter. David Lee goes, "Hey, can I ask you a question?" She goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Can I come up there and show you my thing? And can you tell me if it's a good size or not?" And I looked over and I was like, damn, that dude got some balls, man. She said, "Yeah, come up there." Right in front of me, walks right up to me and just, it was already hard. She goes, "Oh, yeah, that's a nice size one for sure. That's a nice size one for sure." She said, but he goes, sits back down. And she goes, Pat had to be home. So he's like, "Hey, it's about time to go. She said, "Oh, okay, that's what's up. Hey, Bill, you gotta get your hat." I said, "All right, you just gonna give it to me?" She said, "No, you got to come get it." So I went up to get it, and she was like, "Nah, you ain't gonna get it like that. You got to do something for me." And I was like, "What you want me to do for you?" And we're gonna do some concentration drills. I'm gonna have to get you lower though. Let's see how I'm gonna work this. Let's see. I'll tell you what. Let me change tripods. Sorry about this, folks. If I knew how to edit, you wouldn't have to worry, or you wouldn't have to go through this. But you know I don't. But not yet. Let's see how that is. All right, we're throwing up a Hail Mary. This is gonna be close. I just did a workout video this morning with abs that you can't see my head in. So if you can't see my head, it's not about that. It's about the biceps. And the objective is put your elbow deep into your thigh and lock that arm in. So you put all the concentration on the bicep. Concentration curl. She said, "I'll make it easy on you. All you gotta do is come over here, suck my boobies." Whoa. All I got to do is what? That shit ain't happening. Oh no. I can't explain that. And folks, man, I was one of them dudes, like, instead of lying or getting told on, I'm telling on myself. I mean, I'm ashamed of a lot of shit that I've done, but now it's like if I'm going to do it, I got to be able to tell my mom, my grandma. I mean, so, and they already know I'm different, so it is what it is. You know what I mean? And I don't know how I'm gonna tell my girlfriend that I done sucked this woman's boobies. That's where we're at in this situation. So I gotta sit back down. Ain't doing it. I gotta get that hat back though. I can't just go to the damn Foot Locker, someplace around and find that hat. I don't know why this hat's sentimental to it. I don't need to know. I borrowed the hat. I need to bring it back. I try to be a man of my word now. Sometimes it's hard. Now I'm in a situation though. So she says, "Hey, Pat, hey, Dave, come up here for a second." Like, I'm sitting there kind of sulking like this. So I watch them go up. And next thing I know, I see over Dave's head her bra and her hands are above her head. So I know her boobies are out. And I've been looking at her nipples through the top the whole time. Straight up. I'm just being honest with you. Wondering. That's my thing. So I get up, run to the window. Like a fat man on a diet, man. I can look at the menu all I want. You can't eat from it. And I be all I want to see. She's showing. And by the time I got up there, and I mean, I went up there pretty quick. When I seen it, I started leaving. It's an opportunity. She's back there tying it together. Oh, what you doing up here, lover boy? So I told her, fat man on diet, I could look. Same things watching porn, ain't no difference. I can tell my old lady I seen your titties. I can't tell my old lady I sucked them. And I'm not going to tell her that anyway, but here's the peer pressure. She said, you need to do something. You need to get that hat back. I'm ready when you are. I bet you are. So my buddies, being the good friends that they are, mind you folks, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday morning now. We've been there for a while. Let me go back up top. So sorry. The buzz is gone. We've been there for a while now. We got school the next day. You know what I mean? I'm like, we're literally in high school. Do some burnouts and things about that. My buddy took me around in that little hallway on the side where that door was. Yo, dog. Man, them things is... Those might be the best ones you ain't never seen. That used to be one of my favorite lines. Girl, man, I bet them got the prettiest things I ain't never seen before. You think there's any reason why I shouldn't be able to see them? I said this shit a million times, man. Bill, you got to do it, dog. You got to do it. You got to get Maurice's hat back. Come on, man. Your girl will never know. She'll never know. I'm not gonna tell her. You know, Pat ain't gonna tell her. Dog, she wants you to suck on her boobs. She don't want you to look at her. She wants you to suck on, dog. That's third base. You get your ass over there and do that, man. Dog, you the king of the dares, man. You think you can go the whole rest of your life telling people just for the story, man? You ain't living for no story if you say no to this. You'll be the B word. You'll be the P word. Dog, what you gay? That girl got you, she got you whipped. You ain't even had sex yet. I'm looking at these two damn clowns. Two of my best friends on earth. And they know their words don't mean too much to me. they're right. A lot. I mean, they're right about everything. And I'm gonna be honest with you, folks, man. I'm really thinking about my girl hard as hell at that time too. Hard as hell. I do this right here a lot. Excuse me back. But about 2 minutes of that shit, I couldn't stand it no more. I was gonna end there talking. I was gonna get that damn hat. And the way it happened, because I didn't think about nothing. Not like how the encounter was gonna go, you know, how you go about this shit. She was somebody that knew how to work it. I came around that corner. It was probably about 10 steps. And I came, and when I faced her like I'm facing you, we was about this far away. And I locked her right in her eyes. She went, "Come and get it." And when her arm exposed, I'm 15 years old. I had seen a bunch of them. Finally getting to play with my new girls. First love. We both virgins. Really just exploring each other. Like I said, we went out till I was 18 and never had sex. I went right in. I seen two some that I've ever saw in my life, porn included, latched on. I ain't never been affectionately kissed by a woman before. I had been experimented on, per se. This woman knew what the hell she was doing and started kissing my ear and my neck, working her hands over this ledge now, over in the window area, like you would go to the bank or something. Only one teller line. I'm harder than Japanese arithmetic. I could break concrete. I'm 15 years old. I got raging hormones, man. I am completely turned on. I'm on fire. She was just steady working her hand down. Went over to the other one. What you do to one side, you got to do the other. You know what it is. I could hear my friends. Dang, what is good? You know what I mean? She steady working her hand down. Somehow, she had pulled me out and was hitting your boy off while I'm lost in the moment. Like, and I'm feeling bad instantly, and I can't do anything about it. I'm hooked, man. I'm all the way gone. Putty. I mean, she just molded me. She just molded me. Shot all over myself, all over the wall and shit. The hat was on my head. I pulled away. She had just like barely had my pants. I pulled my pants up and shit. And she let Pat Dave play with her. I seen a little bit of it, but I don't think it was the same thing. I went to where I was sitting and kind of like started sulking because I felt bad as hell. like the moment wasn't long enough not to feel bad. I instantly felt like I needed to tell on myself. I felt dirty. Happy. I was happy too. I was really happy because of the experience, because of the moment. It was real. It was real. You see how I almost missed the rack? He ended up in OE fitness videos. And if you don't know who that is, go check it out. He just cracks it on. He does commentary on gym fails, and they're all jokes. 3 to 4 minutes long. OE fitness. Funny. Like people that shoot up oil and stuff or steroid. I mean, he just, all right, you guys. Good dude, man. Check him out. They sat down and really just ended up, she came out and walked us to her car. I would end up telling too. Told my girlfriend in the at gym. We was in gym class together. And what I told her was that me and Dave and Pat went out to these jack-off joints just to see what they were. And I ended up losing my hat, and the only way I can get the hat back is I had to suck this girl's titties. And I did. And if that's the end of us, then that's what it's got to be. But just did something stupid. And she was pretty devastated. I mean, we spent a couple of days crying together. She was a model down. She had a little model in agency down in Wilmington we used to go to. And on the way back from it, she was like, man, I'm really upset with you. And at this moment, I could replace you with a dirty mop. Look at me dead in my eyes crying. I said, I understand. And she gave me a big kiss and a hug, and she said, that's what my daddy used to say to me. And I'm not going to replace you because of that. I mean, at least you were honest, and I'm not doing anything for you in that area, and it's got to be frustrating. So I have one question for you. And I said, what's that? She said, did you kiss her? And the reason why she asked that, because it took me about 3 months before I kissed her, and I hadn't really knew how to kiss. And I couldn't tell her that. It was kind of like a big thing, because if you're 15 years old and you ain't kissed a girl in a while, after a period of while, it's like, what the hell are you doing? You know what I mean? You go from holding hands to, and it was like a month or two before I even held her hand. I love this girl. I mean, I really loved her. And she didn't deserve that. And she forgave me. And then tell her about the second night we went. And just real quick, like, because I say it in another story. But it was only me and Dave. Pat got in trouble. And she was there again. And she had on a different color. I want to say it was yellow. Like the first girl. But she came out and she had on electric blanket. And stood in front of Dave, sat in the same space, and I went over there. And she kind of cozied up to Dave and was like, hey, I'm going to sit on your lap. And she sat on his lap and pulled his thing out and started messing right in front of me. And my man looked right at me. I wish you could meet him, man, but he passed away on me. If you look at my videos, I did a speech at his funeral. Love that dude, man. 35 years strong. He passed away of probably a couple different kind of cancers after he had beat leukemia. But she sat on him and blessed him off. They end up all over the floor, and she went over there and cleaned them up. We walked her to her car that night. Never seen her again. And we actually went back a third night. And there was a white Honda that she drove. But there wasn't a white Honda. There was this big 4x4 truck, big tires. And we went in there in some white, and we never seen nobody else the whole time. And we was in there about 2.5 hours the first night, about an hour and a half the second night. We got in there late. We almost didn't go, but you know, curiosity killed the cat. White girl goes up there. She comes up. How you guys doing tonight? What can I do for you? Yeah, we're looking for Jody. We'll be doing some cool down, starting with some shoulder roll. Jody? Oh, you know the black girl that works? Ain't no black girls working. No, the last 2 nights it was a black girl named Jody working there. Trust me, she worked there. No, ain't got no Jody. Ain't even had no customers the last 2 nights. I know that's right. I was into Jody. And I think I probably told that. I think I told her after that. So it might have been like 3 or 4 days went by. I couldn't hide it. Every time I seen her, I felt bad. I still kept going those 3 times a day. Not with the hopes of anything happening. Just I wanted to be there. I wanted to see, you know what I mean? I mean, it might not have been cool for you to, you know, to watch your friends have that happen in front of him, but to me it was. It just was. I grew up around things like that, so it wasn't nothing to watch it, to not have to be involved in it. It was cool for my man, you know what I mean? He didn't give a damn. He looked at me the whole time. I knew when he was. Oh Lord. Man, that was a long time ago. And listen, I don't know if Jody would ever hear this, if she's still alive, but that was sure. That was a 15-year-old dream, and it came true fast. It really was an awesome experience. If it's too graphic for you, I apologize, but you never know. And you know, at that time, you know, I was a straight A student, but I missed too many days, and I was a class clown. I got in trouble, and I smoked cigarettes, and I got caught skipping school, and you couldn't smoke cigarettes, so I got suspended for smoking cigarettes. You know what I mean? And it didn't really matter that I was a straight A student. After you miss 20 days, you can't graduate that grade. So it ended up causing me to drop out and stuff. But I do appreciate Jody. I mean, we all really appreciate her. Let's cool down a little bit more. A lot more stories like that. Probably not that graphic. My thing, I've been because of my uncle being exposed to the drugs and what people would do for them. You know, I always assumed stuff like that was normal. It was a bad way to think, it caused me different kind of troubles throughout my life, where people had to say, hey, you know, for such a smart dude, you missing out on a lot of things, and that's just because it just wasn't part of my life. And I'm appreciative for anybody that's helped me along those way too, because you just never know. You need some discipline, you need some guidance, and that's why I always say sometimes the best thing for me was to get locked up, because it gave me a different perspective of life, and I learned a lot of things that I otherwise probably wouldn't have known. But jail and prison is not supposed to be a place of learning. Don't make that a place of learning. Hope everybody's having a good day and staying safe. If you can't hit that like button, share the video, subscribe if you have.